Greetings. In this video, I'd like to go over our website. You could almost consider this as like an online interactive textbook being shared across multiple campuses. And it's really a Drupal site. We built it with the Drupal open source content management system, which is a PHP MySQL driven web page. And in Drupal, you have different content types. A content type is like a wiki or a blog. And to run the OLC course system, we have three types: the OLCC course, an OLCC module, and an OLCC TLO, or Teaching and Learning Object. Now, if I go back to our web page here, and I'm in administrative mode, and I was going to show you some of the stuff behind the scenes. And if I look at the different web pages or contents, each is a node, and they are various types. And these ones here are teaching and learning objects, because that's what we've been developing. Here is an OLCC article. There's a fourth type, which we'll discuss later on when we get to hypothesis, called the OLCC annotation. And then we have the OLCC conference, which I know we got one in here somewhere. OLCC course right here. So I'm going to click on this, and this takes me to your class, the Spring 2017 Chem Informatics OLCC. And what you see is we have basically 5 sections. We have website tutorials. We have part 1 and part 2, which are the core modules that your list will be subscribed to. We have the student project pages that individual students will subscribe to. And we have special topics modules which specific students and classes will subscribe to. And these will be discussed throughout the duration of the course. Now, to show you the background, I think I'll go to the fall 2015 class because it's already been developed. And if I scroll down here, what I'm in now is a OLCC course content type. Both the fall and the spring class are courses. And here I have the body, and then I have the table of contents. And then we have the schedule, and below that we have what is called in Drupal a view. And what this is doing is this is showing certain fields from other content types that are associated with this article. And what we're doing here is we're showing the title, authors, and learning objectives for those OLCC articles that are associated with this course. And if I go back into edit mode, what I can see here is that the body of that page is just simply the introduction, the table of contents, and the schedule, and everything else is extracted from the OLCC article content type. So let me go back to the normal view mode, and I'm going to scroll down here, and now I'm in the view, and I'm going to go to Model 2 Information Science for Chemists. Now I'm in a OLCC article, and if I drag the mouse down, I can see that this is really a huge, long paper. Okay, and what we didn't want to discuss this at the bottom of the entire paper. What we wanted to do was discuss this along subsections. So if I look at the table of contents here, each of these is a teaching and learning object, and I broke the paper up into multiple TLOs. So TLO 2.4 has 6 comments, 2.34, 2.2 none. And if I actually go into the edit mode of this, that very long paper really has hardly anything in it, okay? Here I have the title, the abstract, and the table of contents. And now what I have are these NID colon 126, 127, and these are embedded nodes of the TLOs. And 3 parts of the TLO will show the title, the object, if there is one, and I'll explain that in a minute, and the caption. So now if I go back here, and I'm going to click on this TLO, because this TLO 2.6 also has TLOs embedded in it. So I have a tiered system, and these were actually made after the class started by students in the class. So if I click over to here, 2.6, I now get this article 2.6 plus the title, the object, and the caption of the object that is embedded into this TLO itself. So if I go over here to edit, I have the title field, which was embedded at the bottom here. This one doesn't have any object. I have the caption, this is the caption, which was embedded. But then I have the body, and the body's not embedded, but what I've done is I've embedded into the body other objects, okay? Now, and what this does is this allows us to go, so if I go back to the fall course page, and I jump down to TLO 2, I can jump to any section, and I can see how many comments have been added to that section, and I can see if additional TLOs were embedded into that section after the section was created. So if I click here, now I'm in this TLO, and it has these TLOs embedded into it. And if I click on this one here, this is the caption ends with the red clicking on the title. I click on it, and now I'm 2 layers down. And here's the title, the teaching and learning object, the caption, and then below that is additional material related to this particular topic, which was how can you calculate the molar mass from the the NCI Cactus Resolver in Excel 2013, whereas this one was using Google Sheets for that. And this one was another way to do that with Google Sheets. And during this class, you will be making videos, and if any of these are really good and you wish, we can upload them to the website. Okay, so that gives you a general idea of what the website is. Remember, you do not upload any assignments to the website, okay? In fact, if I go to the Spring 2017 class site, and I go to the special topics modules, which we have started discussing one of them, and I go to Explore React. There are 2 comments on this, okay? And at the top of the page, I can download material associated with this article. At the bottom of the page, if I am logged in, I can also access additional articles, but many of these may be copyright protected, and so we don't allow the public access to them, and you have to log in order to see these, while the ones up at the top have public access. And remember, if you want to discuss a page, you go to the TLO. So if I go back to here, and I want to discuss chemical representations on computer, actually I'll go to part 2. And there are 2 sections to this, Introduction to Connection Tables and Anatomy of a Mole File. And if I click on Anatomy of a Mole File, I can go down to the bottom of it and I can be involved with the discussion. So thank you very much. I hope this was helpful in understanding how this website was structured and put together. Thank you.